Okay. Sure. It's a little laggy. It's a little laggy. Don't know why. Okay. 2 or more. Get a red. So we don't get to play anything. Might as well do this. That way I have a red or white next turn. Ah, no more lag. Okay. Oh, actually, it's not lagging. It's my stupid koi fish looks like it's lagging. It's... All right. I love the music. Heck yeah. Put that mountain down. All right. Double strike, huh? I think I missed that. All right. I think it'd be better if I just put more things down on the board. But I only have one source of white, so I really can't do that. So I might as well just curve out. Draft a card, huh? So he'll either block with his 1/1s, or he'll block with the 2/2. I think I'm gonna say no attacks right now. I'd rather block something of his if I'm gonna lose my samurai. Or they could run because it's samurais! All right. Play this first because it won't come into play tat. And that was the other misplay I'd had too, right? So. Very relaxing music. Now if they, yeah, there you go. I was gonna say that's pretty good. Should have done the red. I don't know what I was thinking. It's called I wasn't thinking. It's called I wasn't thinking. But then again, am I really gonna strike down in a kami of bamboo grows? No. So you could call it a misplay, but I'm not going to use it on a 1/1. This Imperial Blade Master is nasty. Especially when they don't have removal. If they have removal, then GG for them, but I still have a second one and 3 others in the deck, right? I think it comes with 4. That's just insane. See, that is a braid target. I'll leave that in my hand for now. Play this as a red. Okay. Let's see what they do. We get to draft. I smack in for 4 to face if they let it come. Okay. Okay. I mean, okay. So they don't have any land. They're screwed. See, I wish it would. Did it tell me what they were gonna do? I don't know if I saw that. I don't know. It may have said. Wow. Just wow. Wow. What you want to do? I got tricks for days. Never mind. You ain't going to do anything, you coward. Actually, you probably smart. I mean, they could have just blocked with 1 and not take 4, right? We'll just play this. That way I have options for this or this. I'd rather just get this out, but... Well, yeah, I can. I can. Because you know why? I know what kind of removal they have. So, since we're playing pre-constructed decks, yeah. No blocks. Wow. We get lifelink on top of it. I mean, I might as well, because I still have options. Yeah, play our land. Yeah. Sure. Do you want to block, or do you want to take 8? Okay, I was just gonna say. That's a spirit. That's an enchantment. I might as. Do I want to get rid of that? That's an enchantment. I could. I could wait. I guess. Why do I want to wait? I have other removal in my hand. Yeah, I'll just wait. Okay, this is where... Oh, but I can wait for it to come in. Yeah. I mean, we could just do a quick block here. Really? I can take 5. What could he bring in? What are you? 3? I would have to cancel. Yeah, I don't have enough to get rid of, do I? Okay. Yeah, you still have to put it on. So you get flying, right? But you're a dragon. I could just play this. I mean, they don't have any reach. Smack in for 3. I mean, this is the best thing we got going right now. I mean, they have to chump. I'm just gonna keep gaining life. I want to save mana up for a creature or any kind of shenanigans. I don't need to do anything right now. I was gonna say, I could either attack all, or just keep whittling the creatures down until they run out. Oh yeah, the Samurai deck is nice. And this is a great hand. This is a good start. Yes, yes. Yeah, these are the ones that, unless you have 2 or more, it comes into play tap. These are the ones I think of. And then when I get those AFR ones, I keep forgetting that if it's 2 or more, it'll be untapped. No, AFR is 2 or more, it's tapped. This one is 2 or more, it'll be untapped. Yeah, let's say it right. All right, so I need a red right off the bat? Yeah. I guess. But then I won't be able to play. Can't play anything right now, so let's just go ahead and do this. That eerie music for the land. Really cool. Hey! You should at least tell me what you picked instead of just flashing it so fast. I need to know. Why is that not a thing? I need to know. It's flying. Sure. We're not going to block with it. They should value their creatures more, but maybe they know I don't want to get rid of this. But then again, we create a blood token if we do. Nah, no blocks. Could play up this and hold up the surge. I don't have anything in my graveyard right now. Vampire spells, okay. Could always crew the Soul Ripper. So I could hold back this turn. And I got a red mana as well. Which would be perfect for that. Okay. So this is not an enchantment. Mm-hmm. Yep, resolve. Is this an enchantment? I don't know. I know that wasn't. I was just waiting for it. I was like, if I was the opponent, I would not stick around. I mean, this coming on the battlefield is a game winner in itself. It's so nasty. It's so nasty. I can tap it with this, make it indestructible. I can, you know, there's just so much net. I can sacrifice. I'm sorry. I can sacrifice it. It becomes indestructible. I can tap it and add a counter. So I mean, it's just once I got the mana, I was just like, boom. It's so nasty. So nasty. Okay. All right. Not bad. I don't have any of my one drops, but we're playing against Samurai. Well, you can boast. You can boast. I would boast. Yep, but not tonight. It'll be tomorrow. I'm gonna space it out a little bit. I need to get some white. It would be nice to do this. That way, these are all one less. Oh, but that's not an enchantment. But I can block if I really want to. Or not. Opponent having the answer and being able to pump out another warrior. Very aggro-licious for them. We need to get something on the board. Yeah, if they got the removal, they... There you go. So you're gonna attack with just one? I can take the two. Because I'm hoping to get my Kami bigger. Is the name of the game. Borrow time, not a bad pull. Not a bad pull. We really should get rid of the Blade Master now, unfortunately. And then we say no blocks, since we need to be a little defensive about our life pool right now. Ah, so they could tap down. Okay. So they smack in for two. So I need another creature. Probably would not hurt to just go ahead and play this down. I could draw into some more land. I could get a white. That'd be great. Or a green. Put and play this down just to play it. Okay. So no land. They're just gonna tap down my stuff. So I'm just gonna end up taking more damage. I guess I could just hit in with everything. No. Let's force them to make the tap downs. Unfortunately, I needed either a green or a white, and I didn't get it. Yeah, this one does, yeah. It's just, I was looking at mana costs, though, so. Okay, that's interesting. But they get the free attack here. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything since the removal that I have in this deck is very limited. And I got screwed with mana. Like, this is a... It's not a great card. I mean, that helps, but... I need to be able to play this, and then this, just to have more stuff, right? This can come in, I can make this, all of my stuff enchantments. Okay, yeah, we gotta get a board presence going here. We're not out of it yet. So I got exiled. Yeah, it looks like, why? Why would you attack with that one? Okay, artifacts now? Okay. No attacks right now. Okay. mean, if he lets us through, might be good for me. Non-land. It's another enchantment. All right. Well, unless you got something for my flyer, I'm gonna start gaining health. If you got the indestructible, you got the indestructible, right? So... it does count as an artifact, because it was an artifact. But I can bring it back and give something else flying, which will be this. Oh my gosh. Just get the health. Might as well give it to this, and that way I can keep pulling things out of my deck. Oh yeah. Oh, that's actually really good. Ding! Sure. I'll just send that one over. It's fine. No big deal. Non-land. Sure. I get to draw a card. Why not? Alright, Samurai deck. You used your burn spells on the wrong creatures. One of them you did pretty good pretty good on. One of them. One of them. Plenty of cannon fodder. Hey, Failure. Hey, Amy. What's going on? We got 2 games we got to play with the blue and white deck after this, and then some Phasmophobia. By the way, viewers are welcome to join in on the Phasmophobia craziness. So if you have a PC and you want to, feel free. I guess I'll just block you. I don't want you gaining 6 life back. So, I guess it doesn't matter, right? You better hear some screaming. Yeah. I may be playing it solo if there's no takers. I didn't think failure would be up this late. All right, I gain 11 more life. All right. We could, well, sure. We'll just play it out. I could have, you know, like done some stuff. Yeah. It's not an artifact. And you used your one get out of jail card. And you don't have anything for flying. You just don't. Because I know your deck. You're dead next turn. But hey, perfect samurai code of honor here for playing it out. I'll give you 10 health. So you get 10 health. If an enchantment was put into your graveyard from the battlefield this turn, you may return... Oh, okay. So this is a creature, and it's not an enchantment, and I'll just block with this, right? Number of spirits and or enchantments. It's not a spirit, so we might as well just block with this. So if I get one more enchantment, he's dead. Which I can make an enchantment. As long as I draw something, not land. game. It might be a terrible deck when all you draw is nothing but vehicles. Oh, man. Well, it's not like I can play anything right now. It needs to tell me. It needs to tell me. That's not fair. Eh. I got a mech back there, but no one to pilot it. Well, this might be why no one's playing the blue and white deck. Because if you don't have any creatures on the board, your vehicles just kind of sit there going, anyone want to be a driver? Well, this would be nice. I'll be able to take out the Kami. Oh yeah, that's what I need, more land. You know, I could wait a turn. Oh yes, I could wait a turn. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be sick! I mean, we had to pick something, right? Yeah. Or we could just hit submit 0. It's fine. Okay. Keep the teleportation circle. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. That's right. Send them all in. Just don't get rid of my circle. Oh, you're gonna ninjutsu? All right. All right. You coward! You went for land! what you're thinking, Varley. Like what just happened? That's what you're thinking. Dang it. You were able to pull that off, weren't you? Yeah, I guess. So it's random, right? Yeah. To life! Okay. Okay. All right. We're still in this somehow. Ah. Submit 0. That's gonna suck. I need to get something to exile Catilda. I'm gonna have to exile it twice is the problem. Okay. So I get okay. All right. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I could have used this to crew this one and then get this one out too. I messed up. Yeah, the Kami needs to get exiled. That may hit. Yep, that's gonna save me. That will save me right there. I need to get I need to get some pilots out. So I can crew that, send it over. Yeah. He'll put the thing on, which will give him flying. I block with my other mech. And then kill it on the next turn. He'll gain a lot of life from it, though. Oh, but he decided not. Well, he's got all the cards in his hand. Yeah. All enchantments, okay. Makes sense. Damn. Our opponent has answers to some of our biggest things right now. But we can draw cards with this. I really like the idea of that. What do I got in my graveyard? Okay. Do I just go for this? Get more to crew? Probably. I could do this, but I'd rather not. I could do it next turn, though. Man, this is one tough game. I got one more of those. Let's see. I'm gonna start drawing cards with this. Okay. Don't understand the logic in this, but I'll let you have another thing. Bingo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Do I want to cruise something with it? Not really. I could get rid of some stuff if I just do this, but nah, I'd rather not. Submit 0. We're just gonna smack in for 3. Get the 3 life. In turn, we're submit this. Resolve. Yep, it's fine. Before they draw any more cards, that is, you know. Resolve. Pass. Talk about it, man. What did you put down? That? You've been holding on to that for a while. I think. Or maybe you just drew it. I don't know. Yep. It's just gonna get nuked. Oh, man. We're just gonna start clearing things out here. Another borrowed time. Another borrowed time. Man, our opponent has the luckiest green and white deck I have ever seen in my entire life. And they give up. They give up. They could have kept us going. They could have. They could have. But patience. Patience is a virtue. It would have been an interesting game. It would have been an interesting game. It really would have been. So. Red and black. Alright. Well, the cool thing is you get a Predator. I mean, this is an overpowered card in itself right now. Okay. City Stalker Connoisseur. Death Touch, that's cool. Vampire, awesome. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card with the greatest mana value among cards in their hand. Create a blood token. All right, nice. So it's a 4 for a 3/3 Death Touch, not bad. Yeah, and it's a vampire. Cool. Vampire. All right, so we are a vampire zombie. Okay. Agadeem's Awakening, nice card. Brittle Blast. Creatures and planeswalkers your opponents control perpetually gain. If this permanent would die, exile it instead. It also does 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Does this target everything that's just on the board, or is it just everything in their library? That's a good rule I would like to know. So, Sanguine, a brush stroke, and then you can flip it for a blood artist. Okay, so when this enters the battlefield, create a blood token, conjure a card named Blood Artist. Never mind, you're not flipping it, you're conjuring it. And whenever you sacrifice a blood token, each opponent loses 1 life. Okay. And when this dies or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Wow. It's just any creature. It doesn't have to be your own. Okay, nice. Nice. Makes a blood token. It's an enchantment, and you get a creature out of it. A 0/1 that has some nasty effects on it. Not bad. Not bad at all. And it's, yeah, that's pretty good. It adds to everything involved in the game, no matter what zone it's in. Wow, thank you, Genre. So back to Brittle Blast. Yeah, creatures and planeswalkers your opponents control perpetually gain. If this permanent would die, exile it. So, wow. Whenever Kami of Morning enters the battlefield, target creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard perpetually gains. Whenever a creature you control with greater mana value than this card dies, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Okay. So you get to target a creature we control or a card in my graveyard, and anything that of mine creature that dies that's greater than the mana value of that target, return that target card from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. So I'm already kind of looking at you. We could probably put this on this, and then that way all of our stuff here, I don't know, something like that, right? Because we're gonna sacrifice this. So this would have to, so anything greater than that, right? So it'd be this, that's an artifact. This. Okay. And then, yeah, you can just keep getting, you get those, you get this back, right? Yeah. So anything higher, you get this card back, and then you could use this card to ramp or put 1/1s on. Okay. Probably you want to be using it to ramp. Yeah. Probably. It's just a nice little mechanic. And you can get these back as fodder, probably. So Infernal Grasp, some removal. Vehicle here. So whenever this attacks, we can sacrifice another artifact or creature, and if we do, put a 1/1 counter on this, and it gains menace. And it's a crew of 2, so that's really good, especially when I got fodder to sacrifice. So we could grow our artifact. And I can get these back with this anytime something higher level dies, because this we're going to sacrifice. This is a great removal in itself. It's a creature that's a 3/2. But whenever it enters a battlefield, we get to create those blood tokens, right? And then we sacrifice this, and then we could target a creature where it gets -X until end of turn, where X is twice the number of those blood tokens we control. Since this is called Blood Bowl, this is all about creating blood tokens. So this adds creatures to the deck and also more strong removal against anti-creatures, of course. So, this is flying. It's another vampire. It's, when this or another non-token creature you control dies, create a blood token. Since we don't have any tokens in this, whenever you create a blood token, if you control 5 or more, we get to transform her into the 3/3 version, which is at the beginning of combat on your turn, Up to one target blood token you control becomes a 2/2 black bat creature with flying and haste, in addition to its other types. So we get a little more creatures out of this. So this deck is kind of neat, especially for pre-constructed. Shaman of Gas, y'all know I love it. It's a zombie. It can, whenever it dies, you get a choice. You can either make a token to ramp into things, or you can take out something with a -1/-1. So pretty cool stuff. The Voldarian Epicure is a vampire, enters the battlefield. It deals 1 damage and makes a blood token. That's really the cool thing about it. It's a 1/1 creature vampire, and it's also cannon fodder, but it also gives us blood tokens. So the Voltage Surge, I really like this in this. I think they did a great choice in this deck because this is a shock for 2 points of damage, but we can sacrifice a creature or planeswalker. Again, we got fodder here, and we get blood tokens. That's also fodder. Those are artifacts, and it will do 4 damage instead. So, but that's to a target creature or planeswalker. So whereas a shot can be any target, this is not any target. So, but yeah, it's got some good removal. They give you some lands in this. They give you a sleeve to play with. Yep. No, I don't see anything alchemy related as far as the lands go. So let's look at the other decks here. A Natural World. And is it just all regular lands? When I say regular, I mean not alchemy related. Okay, so alchemy. Here we go. This is alchemy. Inquisitor Captain. Human Cleric, Vigilance, 3/3. When this enters the battlefield, if you cast it and there are 20 or more creature cards with mana value 3 or less among cards in your graveyard, hand, library, seek 2 of them with mana value 3 or less. Put 1 of them onto the battlefield and shuffle the other into your library. Okay. Okay. I wonder which ones you would want to pull out. I guess it depends on your situation. I can already tell with green and white here that we're looking at an enchantment type deck, because this creature will make your enchantments cost 1 less to cast. Of course, we got enchantments like Michigo, which they give you 2 of. Target creature, so it comes in on as far as the Saga side. So for phase 1 and 2, you can put a 1/1 until end of turn for each artifact or enchantment creature you control. It counts itself. And then we exile it, and then she comes into play with those counters on her for each artifact and or enchantment you control. And it gets stronger and stronger each time you gain enchantments or artifacts, or she gets weaker as you lose artifacts, and then enchantments. This is an enchantment creature dog, and it goes and fetches as a draw card when it comes into play. Pretty nice. Kami of Transience. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a 1/1 counter on this, and at the beginning of each end step, if an enchantment was put into your graveyard from the battlefield this turn, you may return it from your graveyard to your hand. So really, really good synergy with that. Rite of Harmony. Whenever this enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. You get to flash it back from your graveyard. This is an alchemy one. Whenever it enters or leaves a battlefield, choose 1. Each permanent card in your hand perpetually becomes an artifact in addition to its other types. Wow. Or an enchantment in addition to its other types. Okay. Well, that just made green and white like... All right, so borrow time, nice kind of removal for anything that's a non-land permanent. Search your library for a basic planes, reveal it, put it in your hand. You may discard a card. When you do, return target permanent card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Since this is playing off 3, basically, except for this, right? 3 or less. Man, that's really that's some good design here. But I don't see this popping off super aggro-y. You gotta get some time to build this up. Wait until you get in the samurai deck. Okay. Flying, lifelink, protection from vampires, since we have a vampire deck out there. Has power and toughness are each equal to the number of permanents you control that are spirits and or enchantments. Also, enchant creature. Oh, you can disturb it. So whenever it dies, you can disturb it, and then it comes back as an enchantment where you can enchant a creature and it gains flying, lifelink, and protection from vampires, and it gets plus X where, again, so it comes back twice as a nuisance, but you get 3 of those. This looks cool. The art is nice. Jukai Liberator. It's a snake ninja. What the heck? It's like whenever this deals combat damage to a player, choose land or non-land. Seek a permanent card of the chosen kind. I love it. And it's got Ninjutsu. So if we attack and any of our attackers are unblocked, we can play the Ninjutsu cost, swap out those unblocked creatures and bring this into play so that it does do the combat damage. And then we can ramp in either some land or non-land. And we could, wow, that's kind of neat. Fun fact, in Kamigawa, there is a Ninja Turtle. Oh, I've seen it. It looks, is it supposed to be Leonardo? I saw it. It's got Death Touch on it, right? Yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool. It's very cool. Kami of Bamboo Grows. When this enters the battlefield, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Okay. Discard this, and it conjures 2 cards named Forest into your hand. Okay. What a strong ramp. What a strong ramp that is. Wow. I would love this in the large and in charge deck. Oh, but that's an alchemy card. So I don't know if I could pull that off for standard, but that is sweet. That is sweet right there. You can play it for the creature and just pop out another land. You may play a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Yeah, I mean, you can just pop one on, or you can just discard it for the channel cost and just grab 2. I'm just growing broccoli in my hands here. I know it's called trees, forests, whatever. The Samurai deck, if y'all know me already, I love warriors. I love knights. I love aggro. And there's nothing better than a good old aggro-licious red and white deck that is just Samurai! So, like, say that 3 times. Like, Samurai! All right. They even give you, what's the card back here? Oh, I can't see it. I can't see it, but it looks like a samurai. So Usher of the Fallen, create a 1/1 white human warrior creature token. All right, we already know what Usher of the Fallen does, right? We've seen it enough in every white aggro deck there is. It's great. It's awesome. It gives us a warrior. All right, and samurais play off of, where's the samurai here? Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, draft a card from Imperial Blade Master Spellbook. So samurais have all these abilities, which we're going to find out as we read over each one, that when a warrior or samurai attacks alone, all of these stack. They just get all of this abilities, right? So we're gonna pump out some warriors here. Cheap, a 2/1, perfect, and we get to boast when we attack and make another warrior on top of it. We get some Flame Blessed Bolts. Hell yeah. 2 damage, instant, target creature or planeswalker. If that creature or planeswalker would die, exile it, get it out of here. Rabbit Battery, artifact, haste. It's a creature, and you can put it on cheaply onto other creatures coming into play for 1 red mana. And if you put it on, say, this, and this dies, you get another, it comes right back as a creature. It doesn't go into the graveyard pile. So that's the cool thing about it, about reconfigure, is if, you know, if it's on a creature and that creature dies, it comes right back as a creature. They have to use 2 removal spells to get rid of this and then this, if that's what they're going to do. So, it's exalted without being exalted. March of Otherworldly Light. As additional cost to cast this, you may exile any number of white cards from your hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. So here's what it does. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment with mana value X or less. So you can pay that, or you can discard some cards from your hand that are white to make it cheaper. Selfless Samurai. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, it gains lifelink until end of turn. You can sacrifice this guy, the Selfless Samurai, and another target creature you control gains indestructible. So, nice little protection. Valorous Stance, we can choose one. Either a creature gains indestructible or destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. Y'all already know that I love whenever a card gives you an ability to choose more than one thing. I think it's great to have. Abrades instant deals 3 damage to a target creature, or we can destroy target artifact. This is a perfect example of if you want creature removal, get an Abrade because it does 2 things. Either it gets rid of a creature for 3, or it can destroy target artifact. Okay? Maw of the Skyclaves, if y'all were with me at the beginning of at the beginning of 2022, which isn't that far away, I talked about the cards, my favorite cards that were of 2021, okay? Maw of the Skyclaves was my favorite white card out of the entire white cards they made that year. Maw of the Skyclaves. Enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets a 2/2 and has flying and first strike. Freaking amazing. So, and when it enters the battlefield, we get to attach it right away. You don't have to pay the equip cost. You don't have to pay 3 and then another 4. So, this is why I love it. I love it. Comes right into play. Imperial Blade Master. So, yeah, we talked about this. Whenever a Samurai Warrior control attacks alone, draft a card from Imperial Blade Master spellbook. Okay, wait a minute. Whenever a Samurai Warrior you control attacks alone, it gets a 1/1. All right, so right click. Oh my gosh, this is the spell. It's 2! There's 15 Samurai in this spellbook. Whenever this attacks alone, tap target creature you don't control. Whenever a Samurai or Warrior attacks alone. Sorry. You get an Ancestral Katana. All right, nice. Creature gets 2/1. Whenever it attacks alone, you may pay 1 instead of paying the 3 to attach. Nice. Selfless Samurai, you get another one. Okay. You get Norika Yamazaki, the poet. You may cast target enchantment card from your graveyard. Nice. Aki Ronin. You may discard a card and then draw a card. Peerless Samurai. The next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less. Nice. Hiko. That's the one that brings artifacts from the graveyard, right? Okay. The Asari Captain. Things get +1. Create X/2/2 white Samurai creature tokens with vigilance. They gain menace and haste. Each opponent creates X-1. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that one. Oh, wait, go back. Oh my god. Oh yeah, the Eater of Virtue. Very nice card. As long as a card exiled with Eater of Virtue has flying, equipped creature has flying. So whenever it's equipped to something and it dies, we exile it instead, and it gets attached to the Eater of Virtue. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Protection, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. So any of those cards that died, it's now exiled under this. And if they had any of those abilities, they now get it for whatever new attached creature is. Very wicked card. Sunblade. Yep. Bring Plains in. Reinforced Ronin. Nice. Okay. Samurai looks really good. We get 4 of those. Holy crap. It's a 3/3. It's a 3 mana for 2/2. Sorry. Alright, Moth Rider Cavalry, another alchemy card. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you have no other creatures in hand, or if the only creature cards in your hand are named Moth Rider Cavalry. Okay, So you really want to play all your other stuff down first to bring this out as a 2 white mana. Or you can pay 4. That's fine. Other creatures we get +1/+1. That is insane. And it's flying. Ryu, first strike. Whenever a samurai warrior you control attacks alone, untap it. If it's the first combat phase of the turn, there is an additional combat phase after this phase. And of course, Showdown of the Skulls, which I love. It's top 4 cards of your library you exile. Until the end of turn, you may play those cards. So you don't want to play any lands if you're going to play that, because you may get a land in those 4 cards that are exiled. Whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control for phase 2 and 3. So until the end of your next turn. I may have said that a little too fast. So you get the turn you're on and the next turn to play those 4 exiled cards. It doesn't look like there's any alchemy related lands. Okay. And now get in. I have not played blue and white other than playing pre-constructed blue and white decks. So when it comes to a blue and white deck, I'm looking for a good one to play. And when they throw pre-constructed blue and white out, I get giddy. I really do. What can make this better is that this is an artifact vehicle deck. Oh, and there is something, speaking of artifacts. This can bring a target artifact card from your graveyard this turn, right? Okay. This is an artifact. That's an artifact. And then some of these are artifacts. That's an artifact. Artifact. Okay, so it brings back some of your, yeah, artifact creature. So it brings back some stuff. Okay, I thought there would be more artifacts in this, but it doesn't look like there is. Blue and white. Let's just look at the first card here. Dragonfly Pilot. It's an alchemy card because it's got that A22 on it. So meaning it's an arena specific. So Dragonfly Pilot. It's a fox pilot. And when it enters the battlefield, we're going to conjure a card named Dragonfly Suit into our hand, which is what you see on the right there. It crews vehicles as though its power were 2 or greater. It needs just a crew of 1. Flying, I mean, you pay this for a 1/1 for 1 mana, and you already get a card in your hand, card value right off the bat. Fragment Reality. This is some nice, if we really need to get rid of something that, you know, you want to be careful with this card. Exile target non-token artifact creature or enchantment. Its controller puts a random creature card, random, with lesser mana value from their library onto the battlefield tab. So if you're trying to just get rid of 1 something just to get rid of 1 something, then you're defeating the purpose of this card, because it's going to bring in something else, right? So really you want to use this to save something of yours, or to open up the lanes if you need to open up the lanes. Because the one thing they get into the play is tapped, right? So you want to be very picky about how you use this removal card. Hot Shot Mechanic, 1 for a 2/1, and it crews vehicles as though it was power were 2 or greater. Or, I mean, 2 greater, not 2 or, sorry. 2 greater, yeah. So, 2 greater, meaning, it becomes a 3/1 as far as vehicle crewing goes. So, right? So you're adding 2 to the 1 of that power. So it can crew up to something that requires a crew of 3. All right. This one is 2 greater, so it's basically, it can crew up to a 4. Experimental Pilot. Discard 2 cards. Draw a card from the spell book. There's 15 in it. It can crew vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. So we get to bring in Draft a card. Yeah, we just get to bring in vehicles with this guy. I wonder if we get to pick it. No. To draft from a spellbook, select one of 3 random cards from this spellbook to add to your hand. So, yeah, okay. The Black Staff of Waterdeep. Nice. You may choose not to untap her during your untap step. But we can pay to another target non-token artifact you control becomes a 4/4 creature for as long as she remains tapped. Okay, so you can only activate it as a sorcery, though. Ingenious Smith. I say ingenious. Oh yeah, this is the one where you have artifacts enter the battlefield. She gets a +1/+1. So all of this being artifact heavy, right? So artifact vehicle. I love the art on this card already. Whenever this becomes crewed, up to 1 other target vehicle you control becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. So what this does is, let's say you have 2 of these on the board or anything else really. All you need to do is crew this one. And then whenever it's crewed, we get to pick another one of these that becomes a artifact creature instead of just being an artifact vehicle, right? So we can attack with another vehicle. So it's kind of neat. Met Titan Core. Pay 5, exile this and 4 other artifact creatures, which we have plenty of. And or vehicles you control. Create a legendary 10/10 construct artifact creature token with flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, and haste. That's all colors. Anyone getting any kind of Voltron vibes here? Or yeah. When that token leaves the battlefield, return all cards exiled with this, except the Mech Titan Core to the battlefield tapped under this. So you don't lose all of them to make this Titan, but you get them all back. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, right? Reckoner Bank Buster. That is totally the Voltron card. Yes. Enters the battlefield with 3 charge counters on it. Remove a charge counter on it. Draw a card. If there are no counters, create a treasure token and a 1/1 colorless pilot creature token with this. It's also, we can use it as a 4/4 vehicle, crew of 3. Or you can use it as a draw engine, whatever you want. So it gives you some options. Ethereal Escort, lifelink, enters the battlefield or attacks, choose a card in your hand. It perpetually gains lifelink. So pretty cool stuff there. Imperial Recovery Unit. Whenever the unit attacks, return target creature or vehicle card with mana 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty cool as well. Prototype. Whenever 1 or more vehicles you control attack, create a pilot. Okay. Nice. Teleportation Circle. I freaking love this card. I think it was undervalued a lot, even in drafts back in Dungeons and the AFR thing. Y'all didn't get to see it because I didn't stream it. But my brother got to watch me on a live stream, Zoom call, right? I drafted this, and I had cards that would go and fetch it in this green-white deck, and it was insane. It was insane, because I would just keep bringing things back in that had so much enter the battlefield effects, which we do. Enters the battlefield, conjure this. Enters the battlefield. Let's see. Enters the battlefield. Enters the battlefield. Enters the battlefield. So yes. You can see that the teleportation circle, we can exile up to 1 target artifact or creature we control, then return that to the battlefield under its owner's control. So at the beginning of your end step. So it phases out, comes right back, and when it enters a battlefield, it has these effects. So anything with ETB enter the battlefield, you know, yeah, this is where teleportation to circle is really nice. So when this enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control to target creature or planeswalker. So, and then invoke justice, very cool freaking card, and it's kind of like the icing on the cake here. Very good curve, by the way. Very good curve. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then distribute 4 1/1 counters, any number of creatures and or vehicle target player controls. So making sure there's no alchemy lands. Doesn't look like none of the decks have it. So there you go. That's the 4 decks right there, all talked about. It's on the VOD now. Let's get to playing.